this is esports. You think esports? This is FTC.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Shoujou Senshi Senjyou online. This is Callisto here. This is my anime tournament I run here every week. We're going to be running Granblue Fantasy Versus on the PC version today. This is a Chicago-ish / Midwest local weekly for Granblue Fantasy Versus and occasionally other games that I've been running during quarantine. We have a nice round 8 entrance today, so we're going to have a small bracket, and help me call the play-by-play is going to be my buddy Zach in a box. What's good, Zach?
What's up? It's the end of Season 1, new patch coming on Thursday, and yeah, it's been like half a year. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, but yeah, it's been like half a year.
It's been a long time, right? Like, it is, it's interesting that, like, this game's, like, people are experts at this game now, right? Like, yeah. the game has been pretty well figured out, and it's time for a shakeup. They said there's going to be new moves, new routes, you know, like new properties on attacks, maybe some big buffs, maybe some big nerfs. I think most importantly, you know, for someone like me, the clock's ticking, right? I got to win today. like that's
no, there's no way Cat gets that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You never know.
I think the fuzz is coming. I gotta get the bag today, and I gotta get the fuck out. Like that's what I think. So hopefully, I've been playing kind of well this week. We'll see how it goes. But of course, we got the regular heavy hitters in the bracket. We have Kilo, who's been running SSSO recently. Yes. We have Marvin Pie, who's always up there with him. Kizzer Crate has shaken those two up a couple of times. Of course, Zach in a box, myself in here, and others. So we're going to be getting into our first match. It's going to be Kilo up against Fury Fire. So we're going to be seeing most likely Gran against Lowane. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and also Fury Fire does have a Beelzebub on the pocket, and he likes to switch it up. And
Kilo has shown all 3 Shotos in tournament. Yeah. Like, this is not new for him to, you know, show off a non-Grand Shoto. He's played Cat in tournament to pretty good effect. He's definitely taken some games with Jita. He's been sent to losers a couple times with Jita, and then, you know, went back to Grand. So we'll see how this goes.
Because he's so aware, and he just plays at a frenetic pace that any of those Shotos really suits him well. And yeah, right there, good punish on the Raka, but not a full punish.
And wow! So you can option select against Lowane's EX parry by doing like 5L and then a delayed 5L plinked into spot dodge, or you can see it and you can take the aggressive route and just DP him and punish it. Yeah. So Kilo definitely has shown week in, week out, he has the reactions for that type of approach. And Yiggy's coming out. Kilo not able to put the round away before the meter was built. So let's see what Fury Fire has.
But he has such a healthy life lead.
And more importantly, look how close he is. Like, if
gotta hit him.
Yeah, he's whittling down a little bit of life, and that was perfectly played, and he's going to get a punish.
Yeah. Perfectly played, like you said.
The distance from Yiggy is so important, because when you survive Yiggy, like, that's always, you think that's winning the round, right? Is just surviving it. But if you're at max range, there's actually a really good situation for Lowane there. He has all of his timers up. He can just dump, you know, 22H into EX Bros and basically win neutral and try to eat while those are out on screen and try to restore some health or get some more meter. And Kilo, just standing right next to him, was able to get the punish instead.
Yeah, and you see one of the big strategies against Lowane is just rush him down. You know, his defensive option run is good, and, like, you know, Jita is a character that can put all those types of pressure on. As we're going to close out.
This is going to be just shy. No. Yeah, a lot of scaling on the combo.
He goes for the cross up.
All right, wow. Trying to stagger with the 5U and just waits out the slide, and there was no cancel into EX there, so that's punishable at that range. And Kilo with the 2L.
The funny thing is, like, Kilo on Gran, he loves to abuse 5U. He's trying to use Jita's 5U. It's not as good as Gran's. Not even close. So it's still funny to see him still try to use a great counter confirm from 2M to 5M.
Oh, wow. Caught him with the cross up on the roll.
Yeah, and this is a huge situation for Fury Fire. Yeah, gets the unblockable. And now his meter's up. He's running the Lowane Gambit in the corner. Oh, didn't get the punish on DP
Good
though.
block
That
on the
kind of been
overhead.
huge.
It's such an awkward overhead because it doesn't hop the way that most of them do, and it's so hard visually to be like, oh yeah, that's the overhead.
So interesting pop there from Fury Fire. He popped it like full screen, but he has the pressure on. Ooh, he could have anti-aired, but not quite. And Kilo's out of the corner.
Yeah. This is a really scary situation, but he slid under the fireball, and all right, gonna have a good situation here. Did he wait?
Oh, did he press up?
Oh no, got hit.
Oh, that's rough. That was like a second layer mind games. Like, I think you're gonna block because I'm -2, and then yeah.
That was a really solid round out of Fury Fire though.
Yeah. I think once he popped triangle super, he needed one more anti-air and it was good. But oh, Kilo not using the King of Clash Grand loses a clash.
Yeah, that's definitely something. I feel like Kilo's been easing up slightly on the clashes recently after like doing some wild shit out of them, honestly.
Putting that pressure on, and yeah, that's the big thing that Kilo's just been abusing is that Fury Fire.
That's punishable, but got away with it. Oh, big pressure here.
Great confirm too, the crouching confirm.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been abusing that Fury Fire. Just has not been consistent on the anti-airs. He's just really getting big pressure after every jump.
And especially with Jita's JU, I mean, it's up there with Gran and Cat as one of the best air normals in the game.
A little bit slower, but once it's out, it's like amazing. But we have a minigame to play. Yeah,
and
he's
chip away.
So he's walked forward just to get him in the corner, and that wasted some Iggy time as well. Okay, got the unblockable, but yeah, now he's really close, but has the corner is Fury Fire.
Yeah,
but backed up because he's chip range.
This is a bad situation, but Fury Fire maybe can put enough junk on the screen to buy some time to try to eat or something. He's close. Yeah, that's a bad situation.
And there it is.
The Rekka for the chip didn't work out. Chip is still an issue though. He has to watch out for DP, and there it is.
Oh, yeah, just run a DP. Yeah, chip was a factor right out of Iggy, and it was just a tough situation to get out of. Kilo with his Jita moving on.
Yeah, and that's a situation where like you can get out of that DP, but you have to forward jump, and it's such a hard thing to do in the heat of the moment to like forward jump over Gran Cat, like forward moving DPs.
Yeah, especially because just so many other options that Jita can chip you with. You still have the fireball available. You still have regular DP. Yeah, just too many things to look out for. Yeah, good stuff from Kilo showing, hey, you know, I'm gonna send off some of the season 1 characters. We'll see how everything shakes up afterwards, but.
All right, up next, we're going to have the commentator showdown going to be pretty early today. It's going to be myself against Zach in a box.
Let's see. Who do I use? That's the question.
Yeah, Zach building his stable a little bit. Of course, has the Fairy, has the Zeta. Jita came out in casuals a few minutes ago before we got started today.
But I think if we're sending out Season 1 with a bang, might as well pick the Season 1 character ever since the start. You know, this character has been controversial, to say the least. Both characters, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. These are characters that I think that they're both strong enough that as we go into the patch, like there's so much that would have to get done to make these characters bad that they're probably safe, but there's a little bit of sweat, right? You got to worry about like how bad are they going to get touched up.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, why? Actually,
yeah.
I guess I was too early for the roll. I thought I had the idea to throw for the side switch, but...
Oh, I know that too. I'm coming.
EX throws. Okay. GG holding things down for a moment.
Well, that was a punish? Interesting. Oh! Be out of here! No! Oh god.
And you died. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do. Like, that sucks. Sometimes you try to take a throw and eat 7K.
Ow. Yeah, that was just a bad mental mistake for me. That was the only way I was gonna die in that situation. Okay,
nice.
get off. I mean,
yeah, got out of the light wall. Ooh, too far. that was scary. Oh, I mistimed the dash.
Oh, you look creepy there. Oh, okay. Oh, went really safe there.
Oh, that stuck my fireball.
Yeah, I should have known he was gonna jump you.
I'm Cat. I'm not gonna just stay in the corner without doing
I know.
JU.
That's what I said. Oh, that was scary. I think he went forward there. Oh, that was scary.
Oh, I tried to roll it. Yeah. I thought you'd bait the TP, so I woke up mashing just to put you in a block stun and try to put... like, I think that's sort of the read, right? Like, when GG's on top of you, you have to either read that they're going to go for the mix and block, or, yeah, that they're going to try to bait something out with a spot dodge that you can throw, or a walk back that you can 2L.
Yeah.
Alright. Kind of locked down here.
Where is the
no reason to do anything.
It's gonna come. It's coming.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, I delayed my 2L for no reason. Ah! Oh, then.
I should have waited on that. Okay.
Yeah. I did that a little late. Yeah.
Oh, nice anti-air. Yeah, I was match and grab. All right, game one, Zach. I thought you would. I thought you would do something to call out the DP, like a block or a spot dodge. So I just woke up, mash and grab.
That's all I guess at that point. All right. Ooh, that was scary.
Wow.
Oh, there's.
Oh my
I got lucky. Oh wow. Too many mind games going on.
Alright. Got a little ahead of myself.
Oh, that's up. Wow, I can't believe I teched again. Oh, that was not the right answer.
That was supposed to be DP. Wow.
Yeah, I did it because I thought I was gonna get 5L on that Albert, and I was right. Nice.
Good
I can't believe it.
Oh, what? I thought I was
sucked
blocking.
that time.
I don't actually know how I got hit.
Battle 2. Engage.
Wow. Ah, sweet.
Yeah, that was way too high.
Yeah, I guess so. Ow. Oh my god, I can't read it.
Oh, that almost
finally.
got the punish. If that was
way too early though.
If that was any overhead other than Cats, that would have gotten the punish.
Nice.
Oh wow, far 5H.
Okay, I'll take it. Whoa. Oh my god, I'm scared.
Wow, I'm dead. Yeah.
I fucked up.
Oh, you didn't do the super. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
GG's.
GG's.
Alright, so that's going to send me down to losers. Going to keep Zach alive in the winner's side to go up against Kilo next match.
Alright, and then up next we have the perennial up-and-comer Super Saiyan Kid versus... Is it Marvin? Yeah.
Yeah. SSK and Marvin. Going to be Percival against Fairy if there's no surprises.
I mean, yeah, we saw Marvin bring out the Matera a couple times the past couple weeks.
I feel like Marvin's been... like, the longer he plays, I think the more he's really, really settled into Fairy. Like, I think...
Oh, yeah.
I think we'll see Matera occasionally if he's just kind of feeling off that day.
Yeah.
But I do think he's, like, he believes in Fairy now, right? Like
yeah, that's exactly it. It's like when he's locked in, this character fits him well. He's put in a lot of time into her, and you know, like I think last weekend was very, very close to taking NLBC, so he was second in that one. So
yeah,
he's been showing really, really strong showings. But Super Saiyan Kid is. Yeah, he's been trying to learn this matchup. I mean, this matchup can be very, very frustrating.
Yeah,
it's a lot of guessing.
Definitely hard for Percival. And I mean, it's the same as most characters, right? Where you have to rely on Fairy making a mistake and then punishing her for it. But Marvin will kind of change gears between playing like as safe as humanly possible to just give you nothing to punish, and then we'll kind of just go ham sometimes to like change up the pace and, you know, mess with your ability to guess on what he's going to do.
And you see just like the amount that he steamrolls after one hit, does Marvin Pie. But also steamrolling Super Saiyan Kid has the corner, and it's hard for Fairy to get out, really. If he does commit to something like that or the gun flame, he will get swept, because why not? Fairy's gonna press sweep regardless. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's a big bet, just because with GG behind you, you either guess on the DP or you get put into a block string into GG, so it could be a hard guess, hard sell there.
Yeah, and it's it's really difficult to move forward just enough. Like there's you know, to try to get away from GG but to not run into a button. And Marvin's really good about putting out GG and then just kind of chilling, like just waiting to see if you jump, waiting to see if you move forward, and then going for the 2M. Like he won't just commit to a mix if he has you at half screen with GG out, which is kind of the safe way to play, right? Like there's no need to risk getting DP'd when you can just see what they do, and the worst case scenario is you just get the chip, right? Plus frames off the bat.
Oh wow. Delayed block string at the sweep worked out.
Oh no, that's gonna be a full combo, pushed into the corner. This is gonna be hard. Yeah, caught him trying to stock up.
Into. You see Super Saiyan Kid trying to move around with the specials, and it's just like trying to find that one spot that Marvin just isn't looking at. It's all about focus and what Marvin's trying to figure out what Marvin is trying to focus on. And right now, can't figure it out right now. Oh, gotta hold a mix too. Yikes, yeah. That's a 50-50 right in your face.
And again, Marvin just playing kind of as safe as possible, like really
until he gets the hit.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's come a long way in terms of recognizing when it's time to push his advantage versus when it's time to kind of chill out.
Ooh, okay. Big command grab. You can definitely command grab Fairy a lot just because their jump's so floaty. So it's a big risk to really jump out of there, but there goes Marvin out of there, and that's big. Yeah, he's guessing a little bit too much on the EXDP. Hasn't earned it yet. Gonna get a little damage with the 2 and 4L, and yeah, you're gonna have to hold a mix again. Overhead, yikes.
That's gonna close it out 2-0 to Marvin.
Yeah, I mean, and you see, like, as we're closing out Season 1, the strength of this character, like, controlling the neutral into one hit and then just steamrolling into, like, a flow of offense, and Marvin has all the offensive situations down pat, and now he has a lot of neutral situations down pat, so that's a frightening character to face.
All right, so up next, going to be getting to a more traditional SSSO matchup, and that's going to be the Percival against Catalina matchup. We're going to have Kizzer Crate coming up against Rogue. We have had, you know, some of it being like, I guess, sort of lower turnout the last couple weeks, but that turnout has been heavily concentrated on the regulars who play either Catalina or Percival. And that's been the show. If you want to see how this matchup runs, tune into SSSO. We will show you Percival against Catalina, and you will learn some things about it. So, and
a bunch of different like styles on it too. Like we have a bunch of different like styles of cat here. Yeah, two different Percivals. Like,
and I mean when Nobody EXE comes in, I mean we have three. We've had, you know, other guest Percivals that'll occasionally pop into. Like, we've had, I think, at least 6 unique Percivals entered in this tournament. Not all on the same day, but...
Right.
All right, so Rogue, usually, yeah, you can see the run in there. He was actually trying the thing I found the other week, I think, where if you call out round start stock up against Percival, you run up and you do sweep, EX Fireball, and you can link far 5M after the EX Fireball into EX Thrust.
Wow.
And it wall bounces from there, and you get a sweep knockdown. Like, from round start, you get 3.5 and a hard knockdown in the corner if you call out them trying to stock up. So, it's pretty buff. Nice punish.
Yeah. Rogue is feeling it. Like, the way he controlled that corner, still has a little bit of life to make up, but yeah, the way he's controlling this corner now is really, really solid.
Got counter hit though. This is a chance. One stock, but yeah, just DP'd in the scramble. Something that Rogue did there that was actually really important, when he punished that throw, like, he backed up to just the range where EX Fireball would not have comboed from 2M if he was any further on that throw punish. Like, there's a range where just hits don't combo into EX Fireball for Cat unless they're counter hit heavy. So he had like the perfect spacing to make that punish work. All right, EX Thrust to cover some space. Walked underneath the JU, gonna get the corner.
That was a great bait because Kizzer has gone to JU every time this set so far.
And I think Kat actually has significantly better answers against JU than most. She can, if she sees it, she can delay her 2H and get the anti-air. She can DP it. If he empty jumps, the DP is kind of a blow up, but if he does the JU, she gets a float at a height where she can convert combos off of sometimes.
Yeah,
2H too close. Yeah, that was punishable. A lot of stocks here for Kizzer. He can definitely make some stuff happen in a hurry. Rogue, though, taking his turn. Yeah. And Cat throw in the corner is just fantastic, Oki. Like, that's nearly an optimal knockdown for her.
I'm gonna spend the cash here. I'm pretty sure it's not death.
No, but this will leave him in a range where pretty much anything that hits was going to finish this round. He doesn't have timers available, so he will have to sort of back off a little, but as long as he doesn't get hit, yeah, he just went in to keep Kizzer trapped, because there you go, that's out. That's the big danger, right, is eating the EX low with stocks.
But yeah, Rogue has all his specials back. Well, now he doesn't. But
yeah, and that's what I was talking about.
The classic.
And that's part of the interesting kind of meta of this game, right? When you're playing the timers, you have to first wait out their dangerous move, and then you have to try to find a window to attack when it's not your turn, right? You need to like find a way to get in there while still holding, while like not overextending and getting yourself punished. A little early on the 2H. That's a punish though. On the whiff. Yeah. It's a big part of this matchup, her ability to whiff punish far 5H with hard knockdown.
Yeah, Rogue is not afraid. Once he has the special back, he's gonna spend it right away. He's very liberal with the meter, but Kizzer has the corner and some stocks. It's pretty huge.
And I think when you have them towards the corner, just throwing out the EXs, I mean, that's not too wild, because the risk-reward on if you're right is so gigantic. Cat gets so much for an EX special in the corner that it's like, sure, just burn it.
Yeah, and if it ends up hitting, like, Rogue had a great confirm off of just a random EX Fireball earlier in the set, and it took half his life. You just throw it out there, and like you said, the risk-reward is just heavily in Cat's favor sometimes when you're just throwing that out. Otherwise, you throw out EX Fireball, you're still going to get pressure. But speaking of pressure, Kizzer crate has some stocks again in the corner. Regular throw, like it, not as risky. Whoa.
Oh, but yeah, that hit really high. I like that by Kizzer. That sweep would have stuffed most of what Cat did.
Oh.
And look at the corner pressure.
You were saying, yeah, he's been really recognizing when Rogue has been hitting a very high jump U, and he's been challenging really well afterwards this whole set. But big EX Fireball, momentum into Rogue's fate. For the Shotos,
not like there's a detriment to having those gigantic-ass JUs, but part of the nuance of them is that they make contact from super far up, and if they make contact too high, the Shoto's actually negative. There's the conversion I was talking about. Gonna cash out the super and got the animation. That's big because that height with no animation potentially could have fallen out of the third hit.
Lucky we're back to neutral though. But yeah, Rogue is nursing a healthy life lead.
Too far. So that was actually very, very good recognition by Kizzer that was going to be too far to combo, and he didn't like whiff a button into a whip EXDP or something. So that was good restraint, but Rogue able to clean up the hit. And speaking of good recognition, Rogue was too high to combo off that JU, and he just kind of backed off.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, no challenge on the dash. Kizzer coming in with the plus frames. Oh, no, that's a big jump in. This time low enough to get the combo. Looking for the DP, no bite from Kizzer. Kizzer trying to work his way out of the corner, and that's going to be a conversion. Perfect conversion.
Almost.
And jumps over to reclaim the corner. This is great positioning for Rogan. He's on match point. That should be it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spends the second EX just to be safe. And Rogue going to move on.
Yeah, the big turning point in that set is once Rogue really recognized that Kizzer was favoring that jump U over a regular jump, and he started risking with the medium DP, and look at 2 rounds
and
lost
it's
because
hard
of that.
Against a character who has a very good standard anti-air. The answer to that DP is you have to empty jump it to force them to use EX DP or force them to use 2H. But that can be, you know, I mean, that's dangerous. This character has a fantastic 2H that she can do a light wall cancel and then put you in kind of like a Street Fighter V Cammy style, like left-right mix-up by running underneath you after the anti-air, so it's dangerous. All right, so we're going to move on to losers. Going to be myself against Fury Fire coming up.
To you, like right before the tournament, we're playing casuals, as most people actually in this tournament too.
Yeah, I've been trying to open up
I've
been trying to open up the lobby a little more to have people make sure people get time to warm up and everything. So we're gonna see how this goes.
It's no different from a regular local tourney where we're all playing right beforehand, and then in the bracket we're probably gonna meet each other. It's really no different. But yeah, Fury Fire, one of the players that joins from Indiana. No, been a long time, helped out with the Indiana scene a lot there, and so. See how it goes. Not going with the Beelzebub pick, his main Lowane up to the bat. And what Callisto really likes to do, we were talking about this earlier when they were playing, is that really against Lowane, the best anti-Iggy strat is to like just maul him in the corner and make sure he doesn't get it at all. Yeah. And so we're gonna get. Oh,
it's
nice.
So important to kill this character before he has resources. Alright, this is a good start. Almost have meter, so... Oh, missed my meaty. That's what I was talking about, EX Fireball not comboing off of certain hits. Like, that was a heavy, and it still didn't. Oh, too close. Good punish.
And big punish. And the big punish is because, like, he's gonna get Iggy now.
Yeah, I like that. I like him not going in and choosing to eat to build the meter.
Yeah, that was super smart, and he has Iggy. And Callisto has a decent life lead, but has to not get hit too much during this Iggy. It's almost out, and yeah, nursed it really well there, but Fury Fire still has a decent amount of life, but we'll see. He's walking himself back in the corner. Callisto's taking that space up. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Oh, low profile.
Wow, I was fighting under the EX thrust. That's huge,
yeah,
but
can't jump cat there. I think that's JU, the kicks, like that's really good against Cat 2H, but that close, it's kind of like just catching a pop fly.
Nice spacing on the thrust. Callisto's been putting in work with that spacing so far. But Fury Fire has the corner now with the cross up.
Oh, I'm Cat. Oof. I'm not hanging out in the corner.
Yeah, Cat, you're trying to throw Cat in the corner. You're going to get jumped in on. You're going to get jump viewed again.
He's going to live. This maybe was a bad cash out versus taking the hard knockdown. He doesn't have meter yet, though, so...
But it has to... If you don't want to deal with Iggy, you have to kill now, and yeah, there it is.
I missed my... I tried to option select it and just kind of missed my timing. I should have just waited.
Okay, last time Callisto nursed this pretty well, right? Nice spot dodge. That's probably the most important part there.
That's okay.
Okay. Still alive, though.
Woo! Ooh, just out of range. And he got a good chunk of life back there.
Yeah, but Callisto still has the positioning advantage. Okay, gotta spend the EX rack down. Yeah.
He's been going for a throw in that situation recently, like trying to catch you taking your turn with the slower button there, and I kind of got a read on that and just went with the 5L.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to just go to the simple options, like, okay, prove to me that you had the layer 1 mind game up to snuff, and yeah, Fury Fire going back to the corner. Yeah, he's been rolling quite a bit too. Callisto catching on to that as well. Trying to reversal, maybe got his side switched.
Oh yeah, that's big damage.
And that's the perfect anti-Iggy round where you don't see him at all or her at all. Yeah, running straight up.
I missed my spot touch. Okay.
Yeah, this huge Fury Fire, but gets DP. Callisto not scared of anything. Good challenge, but he's gonna put himself in a minus situation again. And yeah.
Oh, I didn't get close 5L. This is still very dangerous for him. He's got to chill. Yeah.
Full conversion, and yeah, you gotta know. It's one of those things. Like when you don't play Cat enough, it's just like, oh, why is she backing up? She's gonna give you space, and you get smacked with an EX thrust.
Yeah, the risk reward on medium thrust, because it'll counter hit him calling stuff. It'll blow through the bros and the caterpillars, and it'll counter hit him trying to get something out. If I misplace that, I'm gonna get punished. Like, yeah, but the risk reward for Cat is insane there. That's like, I'm betting a 3K punish against like a 6.5 to 7K counter hit. Like, that's, if I have the life to give and I want to close that out before Yiggy becomes available, that's a no-brainer to me.
Yep.
GG's.
And that's why you kind of see Cats going back and forth around that range. They're like, why am I getting up space in the corner? But that's exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, and there's a lot you can do with that correct spacing. You can put yourself minus on medium thrust at a range where if they do something and you want to call it out with a DP, like it hits correctly at the height that only the second hit of the DP will counter hit, and that'll launch them into a comboable state. It's rough.
But speaking of rough, we have sort of like a sensei versus student type of battle. Super Saiyan Kid, Kizikray, the two main Percivals out here in the Chicago area.
Yeah, definitely a lot of Super Saiyan's growth can be directly attributed to him being willing to ask a lot of questions, and Kizikray, one of the main people helping him answer those questions. And you can see that SSK will have worked some of that in, and then he has a lot of his own style, right? Like, he has a lot of his own mix-up. He has a lot of his own challenge options that he chooses.
And, like, one of them is that he is really not afraid. Like, Gizzard isn't afraid to EXDP at all, but Super Saiyan Kid has no exact fear whatsoever. Oh, but yeah. Big tick grab into the command grab should be it. And that's the hard part that you see when you have like kind of a teacher-student type of matchup, and also just people who talk and play all the time, is that there's little things that it's hard to grasp what exactly they're beating each other with, but they're on like the second level of knowing each other at this point. Yeah, EXDP, see, like Super Saiyan Kid's not afraid, and a clash. Oh yeah, command grab. Oh, but missed it, and that's huge for kids. Are going to be a decent punish. He's going to stock up. No, not quite. Okay, they're both going to stock up. Yeah, and I was just about to say, but this might be too far. Okay, I lied. But yeah, I was just about to say, you know, once they're at neutral, you got to think that EX low is coming. And yeah, I love when Super Saiyan Kid gets in this mode where I'm just going to harass with 5M. Because they're putting on the pressure again with the gun flames. There it is again!
SSK when you're on the board.
Yeah, when you're walking back and forth, like even as a Percival player, you're also gonna get hit by the EX though. It's gonna happen. Oh, great roll under, but not the biggest punish. Ooh.
Good patience. Didn't fall for the low.
Punish.
Ooh, able to get a medium stock off safely too.
That's big, but rolled into the loving arms of Kizikray.
There's the regular grab. Gonna get a safe jump here. Oh, just empty. And that's actually really fake in this game. There's enough landing recovery in general that if you empty jump on a safe jump setup and go for a move and they're mashing, you can get blown up for it. Kizzard,
oh yeah, 100%.
Did he get the height for the 5L juggle? No, a little bit too low. Still able to clean up his plate. Oppressive pressure in the corner there.
Yeah. Because they're really putting on the fact that, yeah, when Super Saiyan Kid is down, he could be really either EXDP happy or very, very passive in defense, and took advantage of that with a lot of grabs and empty jump grabs. Yeah, gonna use that throw to stock up, but yeah, Super Saiyan Kid not afraid to just run up, roll into a DP. Wow. Oh, great air to air, and the counter hit, and you got a little extra something on that. Yeah, you're gonna spend the EX fireball into the EX stock, and that's Oh, yeah. I'm actually not sure if this kills here, but... Okay, it does. And Kizzer on match point. Yeah, we see a lot of Kizzer just really cutting out Super Saiyan Kid's option, the rolls, the jumps, and he's really catching Super Saiyan Kid with some fake stuff at this point too. That doesn't help at all. Okay. Didn't have a stock up, so not the biggest EX low there, but got the counter hit. And let's see, he's gonna choose to just walk forward, get some meaties. Oh yeah, he's trying to anti-air desperately, but Kizzer has shown if you can't anti-air my jump you, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, and I mean that's actually specifically for Percival having a slower 2H than some characters. Yeah. Like that mix-up is more dangerous in the mirror than in a lot of other matches, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Kizzer gonna move on. Teacher wins this round.
All right. Let's see where that leaves us here in the bracket. I believe we're going to move on to the winners. Yeah, it's going to be Kilo against Zach in a box.
Yes. Well. There it is. Yeah, it's been a... Yeah. As of late, the past couple sets Kilo and I have played, it's been going in his favor. I think last time was like a month or two ago at Ronin Rumble that I last beat him. So it's been largely in Kilo's favor recently. We'll see what he goes with. I mean, you know, his Jita obviously you saw is still strong. He's brought out Cat. When Zoe came out, he brought out a Zoe. But yeah, he's going to go his tried and true Gran. No playing around. I appreciate the respect.
And I think, yeah, yeah. I feel like sometimes when somebody's won the majority of the weeklies over the last however long stretch, I do feel like forcing them to play their main is in fact a good feeling, right? Like,
wow,
like you could take that as a minor W.
That was so scary. Wonder if I should have went there. Oh. Oh, I suck. Oh. That's scary to neutral jump. I should probably stop doing that. Yeah, that sucks.
I will say and Marvin has been showing it on Fairy. It can be a little bit harder with her slower DP, but focusing on DPing boot is like actually life-changing in this matchup. If you can get it consistently. The big danger as Fairy is that usually if you're going to DP a boot, at least for myself, I think for myself I have to do the easy input, right? Like I can't consistently DP it with a real DP input. And if you're giving away your timer, and especially as Fairy, she has to do the EX. So she's going to be left without it for a significant amount of time. That's a scary situation.
Speaking of scary situation...
Yeah, in the corner. Look at all that damage for not really anything spent. Still has boot available. DPs to claim the turn. Oh, wow. Went for the shimmy and just got grabbed on the way back in. Tried to roll out. GG there, holding down the gate, beware of whatever she is. All right.
Wow!
Thankfully for Zach, there was no super coming behind that sweep. Anyone's around right now. Zach trying to find some space out of the corner.
Oh,
the slash. Yeah, I heard your button come out after the slash. That was terrifying. Okay, he didn't have the confirmed chips becoming an issue for Zach.
I'm dead.
Yeah. And again, like, that's the difference between being able to see boot or not, right? Like, if you can get an SSBA or a DP there, you know, that's a chance for Zach to at least get out of the corner. But when you jump, there's no recovery on it. I wouldn't say there's no recovery on it, but there's not a whole lot of recovery on boot, similar to most of Gran's moves. Gonna take this, yeah. I sort of like that combo route by Kilo. It doesn't end in sweep, so he doesn't get the hard knockdown into like an easy safe jump, but he goes for the air reset, which is similar to a hard knockdown in that the other player does not have the opportunity to change their wake up. And Fairy has a slow enough DP that you can still relatively easy time a DP safe media against her off the air attack.
Damn.
Yeah, there's the DP.
That's rough. I was going to get chipped out there soon.
Let's go next week. I want that 2M to not be plus anymore. I'm just holding up signs like, let's go, Patch. I believe in you. Gambare. All right, baits out the DP. Oh, yeah. Speaking of things that maybe could stand to be slightly adjusted, maybe some slightly more recovery on DPs that are fully involved. I'll barely space safely on that boot. And if you're Kilo, like, I mean, it's actually fine to go for that a bit more often because Fairy is a 6-frame character. Like, even if you miss space boot slightly, it's going to be harder for her to punish than some other characters. Oh, no.
These are bad neutral jumps. I died.
This was fantastic. Something Kilo just did right there was recognize that he started with an air hit, so his combo limit was coming up. If he would have pushed 5H there, that combo probably would have ended. But thankfully for him, the height was high enough that he was able to go straight into super and not risk the combo limit coming to play. Huge, huge heads-up awareness on that route.
Yeah, we talk about his awareness like every week, but that just shows like no matter what the confirm is, he'll know exactly what the route is to go off of that situation, off that straight hit, and that's why he's been so dominant at SSSL.
All right, that's going to bring up our next matchup on the winner side. The other winner semis is going to be Marvin Pie up against Rogue. So Fairy up against Catalina, and Marvin's improved at this matchup a lot. I'm going to take some credit for that because I gave him a fair amount of advice. But he genuinely went from like not understanding how he was supposed to fight Catalina to being able to consistently keep himself safe, not throw out obvious things that can be rolled into punishes. A lot of little stuff that add up to making it very difficult to beat him with Catalina. That said, Rogue has pushed Marvin to the edge pretty much every time they played. He did last week. He had a lot of very close games against him. He plays at a pace that I think can be kind of hard for Marvin to adjust to, so we'll see what Marvin's able to do in this matchup.
Yeah, and I know Marvin, I mean, as much as work he's put into this matchup, he can get very frustrated in this particular matchup, for sure.
That said, I mean, the style of play, like, I play what I would consider to be a pretty technical style of Catalina, but Marvin is a very technical player too, and sometimes you don't want to just meet someone head-on at their strength, right? Like, sometimes just approaching at something that you're aware is a weakness of theirs can be better. And it seems, to some extent, like flailing here. You can see Rogue eating a bunch of counter hits, but it's all about just getting that one. And look, he finds the jump in. He's going to have the corner now. He has EX Fireball coming back. Going to put himself in the corner, but Marvin tried to challenge. And this is kind of what we're talking about, right? Just putting an uncomfortable pace in front of Marvin and seeing how he's going to react and if he's going to try to DP or super his way out. And Rogue now needs one hit. Good delay. Keep safe with the EX Fireball, and Marvin tried to push sweep probably, maybe 2M. Got counter hit. Rogue coming back for that round.
Yeah, and it's really, that's what's frustrating about it. It's like, yeah, you control the neutral, but like the risk reward, like you're saying, can be so in Cat's favor that's why it's frustrating, right? Is that one situation just turns the tide so instantly. So
the theory that I've been pushing recently is I believe this is an even matchup that is easier for Fairy, because if either character makes the same amount of mistakes, the opponent wins, right? Like, if you make 3 mistakes as Catalina, Fairy wins. If you make 3 mistakes as Fairy, Catalina definitely wins. But it's easier for Fairy to limit mistakes because, like that, she doesn't have to throw out Whip as a block streak ender, right? She can sort of play more conservative. But at some point, if someone's just coming at you nonstop and you're playing conservative, that relies on you just not cracking at all. In this situation, like for Marvin, he has timers, but that's kill range. Okay, able to find the whip. With full meter for Cat, that was absolutely kill range if Rogue gets in at all. So,
and that's what's scary about, like, you know, pixel Catalina or having a life lead against Catalina, it just can melt instantly.
Yeah, if
so
you
have to play pretty
overextend chasing that chip and you get hit once, like you just lost the round.
Yep.
Nice. And again, gonna get the combo. Marvin really, really on point with his callouts. And that's great use of the 236L. Like, one of the ways in for Catalina is for Fairy to be impatient with the 236 whip move, and then Catalina gets to roll it and punish. But putting out GG first and then doing the whip behind it to not allow Catalina to move forward. Oh no, is he going to cash out? Yeah, SSBA. I really like this. So this is going to at least give some Oki and a little bit of time for timers to come back. That said, like,
I mean, this is
so
basically
in Marvin's
DP or
favor
not.
because of chip. Is he going to go for the DP? He does
doesn't.
not. Oh my god! Oh wow! That
my God.
almost hit in a way that could float. And Marvin calling out the backdash. That was a brave 5H. Good decision. And that might have been a checkmate situation, actually, because buffered into 214L, that probably would have reached for chip. Really tight.
And the big thing is that Rogue didn't have any specials at the end there. So Marvin, a little closer call than he would have liked, but going up 1-0.
That was still scary for Marvin. I mean, if Rogue spot dodges there, Marvin dies.
Exactly.
So that's such a hard call out. And good stuff to Marvin for, in that situation, making the correct read. That's probably, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I was about to say, probably the hardest part of Fairy is that you have every tool at your disposal, but you need to pick the correct tool, right? Like, you almost have too many options, where Catalina's like, hey, what do? I should probably 2M here. Where Fairy's like, oh, which one of these insanely good options should I pick? Oh, crap, I picked the wrong one and got 2M.
Yep. Definitely a simpler game plan from Catalina. Spice can be frustrating because you do have to cycle through some options, but you are the one in control, and so that's fair. Yeah, and Rogue has been getting hit by 236M a lot too, and that's what's really been getting a lot of damage. Big jump you. Oh my god, where are you going?
Woo! I don't know if that was on purpose, but it worked. I think there was supposed to be a 5L in there.
I don't know what just happened there. Yeah, round start medium Beppo. Trying to keep it those jumps and checks, though they can be hard to anti-air if you're not ready like that.
Yeah, good super jump. That's one of the weaknesses of her 2H is, you know, not covering directly above her head very well. Sometimes you got to be ready to EXDP there instead.
Yeah.
All right, Rogue with a good corner position.
Yep, and that, like we said, you're backing up. You're trying to look for EX thrust, right? Medium thrust range. It's out now, but Marvin fought out of the corner well.
Really good play by Rogue. Just kind of coiled up like a Viper when he didn't have timers and refused to budge, and he's going to take game 2. Solid play at the end there.
Yeah, something that also can be a big determining factor in this matchup is the life lead. Like, when Cat has the life lead, you really don't have to do much. Like, the biggest threat is that once they get meter, they can install super, and you can put you in a tough 50-50 situation eventually. But man, you can play very, very patient against Fairy, and she can't really open you up as well without that install.
Yeah, and I think Catalina's side of that is basically don't get hit by sweep. That's her. That is her most important thing. And to that end, you saw Rogue back off. Like, he didn't have timers. He was in sweep range, and he just backed out and let Fairy out of the corner.
Nice. I like the EX Fireball. Doesn't want to deal with the GG, and now GG's out again. What a delay.
A little bit late, though, on the... went for a frame trap of 2L into 5M, but actually got the counter hit on the 2L and wasn't quick enough to combo. That's a bummer against crouching because that's like a 9-frame link, and it feels terrible when you miss it.
Ooh, big DP, and wow. Heads up punish from Marvin, so that can be hard in neutral, a random DP.
Especially the light version, right? Significantly less recovery. All right, jumping out of GG. Rogue trying to find an in here. Right, and those are 2 of those. 2M, 5M, 5H. I like it, yeah. Good patience by Marvin, but Rogue was calling out the 5L check or the 2M, etc., and that DP would have caught all those buttons, so good patience by Marvin. Alright, where's an EX whip here? Yeah, I feel like that's... I know that's something that Marvin has been working on, is... properly confirming into 236H, because one of the dangers of using your EX whip too early is now Catalina can throw fireballs, and now she can roll safely, because if she gets counter hit on the way in, she's not going to eat a knockdown like she just did there.
I mean, it's you can't confirm into EX Whip. Like it's a guess, but if you're guessing too much right at round start, you're gonna lock yourself out of Whip, which regular whips have been working really well for Marvin in this match.
Yeah, and in my opinion as Catalina, like just the threat of the whip is very important because it changes how you have to approach neutral. Great install combo there. Marvin able to clean things up. That was a scare though.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like you're talking about. It's like, okay, I have a really good option, EX Whip. I used it, I'm out of it. Guess what? I put you in a block string. Yeah. I still have install super, so it didn't really matter.
And you're getting timers back that entire time, right? Like that's one of the most valuable parts is that you're regaining your timers. I think that's something that is important in sort of the meta that people maybe don't consider enough is sometimes you need to kill time just to bring up timers, right?
Right.
Uh-oh. So that's actually going to set up the actual SSO Classic Callisto versus Rogue in losers. Going to be a 2 out of 3. We're at the losers quarters.
I mean, look, this has been a classic for week in, week out. It's going to be the last time we see it in Season 1. Hopefully, you know, maybe Cat doesn't really
hopefully
get
we're not coming back with you know, canes and leg braces next week when we run it. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, this is the finale of Season 1, Callisto versus Rogue.
We play this mirror a lot, and in my opinion, I think that both of us are actually better at this mirror than the majority of Catalina players. I think a lot of Catalinas do not play this mirror very well. I think that's evidenced by Boat Night when both of us are sort of just kind of like blowing people up in the mirror.
Yeah, but once again, the classic story of this is Callisto's the one kind of the aggressor in the positional advantage. Rogue likes to sit back in this mirror a little bit. But you can see that in the position, and that's what something he likes to do a lot too, is like he does buffer into EX thrust quite often, and that can get him into trouble sometimes.
Yeah, and on the other side, I usually find if I can react quickly enough, just doing my own EX thrust is usually the best answer to that. Just collecting the hard knockdown. Oh, good block on the other side there. That's going to be a punish, yeah. Ooh, I thought he would give me a 5L before he DP'd, so... Ooh, threw the fireball. That was fortunate. Yeah. Ooh, I stopped blocking for like a second. Ooh,
what a 5H follow-up. Yeah, not grand, so... Ooh. Yeah, Callisto, I love just when people do that. It's like,
God.
To get
No. So, that's going to whip. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I missed my spot dodge. I tried to spot dodge the third hit, and I guess I flubbed the input there. All right, 1 round apiece.
Yeah, when you're walking out of the corner,
that was very fortunate. That was much less fortunate.
Oh, there it is. The cat classic. Even if you're a cat main, you still get hit by it. Jump out of the corner, jump you. Yep, and Callisto's not going to get hit. Let him get away with it. What a spot dodge. Call that EXDP. Safe jump time.
Oh, no super. Yeah. I didn't have EX thrust or super. I actually was just in a bad situation timers-wise there.
Oh, big EXDP, and Callisto's going to take that first game.
And a lot of our matches have gone like this recently, really back and forth. I'll win the first game, I'll lose the second game, third game is pretty much anyone's set. That's how last week, actually, we had a round robin with low entrance, and I went 2-0. I went up 2-0, and Rogue actually managed to come back and win the set.
There it is again, but sometimes it works out for Rogue. But yeah, he loves to just buffer into EX thrust, but sometimes he's a little bit too close.
Ooh,
oh, DP. Still not scared after a couple of them been baited.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Catalina. Yikes.
Yeah, that's sweet. Callisto Classic. Too many Callisto Classics, but...
Too far for the bounce?
But has the corner control. Big throw.
Oh, he went for the overhead, calling out the throw.
He tried to hit Callisto with the Callisto. It's not going to work out that way. This is his show, his tournament. Can't take that title away from him. Ooh. Yeah, we've seen this position a lot before. Callisto, usually the aggressor. But yeah, Rogue trying to find, just walking a little bit forward, trying to get Callisto with something before he backs up.
It. I didn't need to roll there in the corner. That was way too aggressive.
And we see, even at this far range, if somebody whiffs the 5H, they could still be punished.
I know he was far away, but I thought he would come in. That was a terrible read. Oh, that was a terrible mash. I'm dead.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I tried to Catalina. You can tell because I was crouching. It's because if you get hit out of pre-jump, this game puts you into a crouching state automatically. I was definitely holding up forward out of the corner.
All right, Rogue trying to fight out that match point, backing up again.
What?
There it is. Like it's like a half screen, and you still get smacked by 5H if you whiff. Okay, big sweep again. Been a couple times Callisto has gone to that in the corner to fight out. Using EX Fireball to get a little bit of positioning.
The Catalina mirror trap is to whiff 2M and then
there's the set play, whiff 2M.
Yeah.
5H it out.
Oh my god, that's so far! What is wrong with this character?
Yeah. Alright. We've seen this animation 1,000 times if you play this game, even semi-regularly. Big run-up jump you to get out of the corner, and this is the chance.
I did a delayed overhead. Nice weight on the 2M. Just went with the challenge into plus frames. 1-to-1.
And you know, as according to script, it's 1-1 Callisto versus Rogue. Come on, guys. Can't you at least spice it up a little? And Fireball. Round start from both players. Whoa, he's trying to get cheeky with it.
Yeah, try to take advantage of the scramble.
Wow, big pickup from Callisto off the straight hit. Oh, he stayed in front. Block button, where you at? Yeah, and he's trying to use that jump view, but
I should have let the light wall hit there. Yeah.
And Chip is slowly coming into factor, but gets anti-aired anyway. And Callisto is back on match point. And we'll see. Rogue has shown that he could turn up the pace in an instant, but he has to fight off this aggression from Callisto.
Okay, at least timed the dodge properly that time.
And EX Thrust is out for the foreseeable future, so that's huge in the terms of, especially in mirrors, once somebody wastes an EX move, the neutral turns into the other character's favorite.
Woo!
Whoa!
I got lucky there. He had planned for something else. Oh god, what? Nice pull up.
He still has an EX Fireball available.
What?
Oh. Okay.
Alright, I'm actually tight. I can't believe that didn't connect. Too close?
Too close. Okay, we're block button this time.
Woo!
Yeah. Also being very aggressive with the rolls. Scared because 2M can just smack you right out of it. Okay, using that EX Fireball. Rogue is always very liberal with his EXs. Oh, that's gonna be a big confirm.
Yeah,
that's gonna do it.
GG's.
Callisto. Right in his own script saying, look, for the finale,
I told you this I have to, this is my last chance for all I know, right? This is my version of like Final Fantasy 14 like launch. The meteor's fucking coming on my buffs. There's gonna be a new world next week. I'm gonna have to start over as another job.
I've never played Final Fantasy 14, so I'm just laughing for polite.
Thank God that game was terrible at launch. I would have never gotten away from MMOs if that game was not doo-doo when it came out. And I'm able to resist getting back into that life because the current version of it looks insane.
There's a reason why people call it the FGC retirement home.
Yeah, a whole lot of people on. It's no longer about like who's your main, it's what data center you on. That's the FGC question when you meet up at a local. At least in 2022 it will be. And we see the stats on the side. Zach in a box against Kizzer Crate. Zach's been getting bullied in SSSO so far.
Yeah, Kizzer has like some sort of read on me. It can be tough. Even if he hates this matchup, you know.
That's what's so nice about it, right? Like there's inner matchups to everything. There's character matchups, there is personal matchups, and a lot of us have played each other for a pretty good amount of time now.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, he didn't have a cancel ready. Probably could have DP'd, but there's the DP.
It's too far for my normal combo. Yeah.
Gonna just get some chip.
Wow.
I like the early meter usage though, because assuming she doesn't get like instantly smoked, Fairy has enough health. You can see, look at all that meter already building back. All right, pretty dangerous situation for everyone. That should be the round. One hit straight into super. This is gonna be, I believe, dead. Oh wow! That, I know that the command grab scales a lot, but that still did significantly less than I thought it would. Kizzer though able to clean his plate.
Ow. Ow. He's not running up after that blockchain. Interesting. Oh my god. That was scary.
Ooh,
oh no.
Little too short to catch that empty jump. What's funny is the non-invuln DP probably would have worked there, the medium one, but that's so scary for Fairy to just throw out in an anti-situation. Okay, Zach gonna not even go for the GG Oki, just gonna take the for sure side switch. I like that because if you try to roll through with GG out and they're just mashing 2L, there's a chance that you get stuffed and punished for it. All right, thrust. Zach has one knockdown. Takes it easy. Still super on both sides. Yeah, gonna just combo straight into super skybound. Nice, easy conversion.
I was afraid that I would take that to counter hit because I thought I wasn't gonna get the combo afterwards.
So Fairy JH is actually kind of unique. It has the same clash level as most other characters JH, so it's not going to just straight up smash anti-airs, but it has a higher attack level than most, so it has more hit stun. I think they recognized that the move was so broken that it was likely to hit the opponent from very high up, so they gave it a higher attack level so you could still combo when you land. Just messed up. Don't do that. It's rude. Command grab. This time he has a lot more resources to work with. Should be able to squeeze out the damage this time, even with the scaling. Yeah, and it's just enough. Game one, going to Kizzer Crate.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Oh. Nice. That's a
Big whip punish, yeah.
Oh, I messed up.
Yeah, thanks to Fairy's relatively slower buttons, Percival can get away with things like uncancelled Far 5M a little bit more. Oh, nice. Heads up conversion by Zach there. Fairy can still punish Far 5M with 5L, but just because of the way priority works and whatnot, that is a bit of a danger. Whoa!
That's how I wanted
before the throw. All right, Zach respecting the turns, even on minus frames, not trying to risk it with a 6-frame normal.
Oh, that's not good.
Plus frames, overhead. Zach blocking his way out, but still has to make some damage happen here if he wants to close this out. There's the DP.
That was like spot dodge or die there situation. Oh my god, I cannot read the DPs. That's one of the tilting things about playing Kizzer, is I have no read on his DPs. Nice.
Oh wow, great run-in for the whiff punish. Yeah, you can see there, that's... Percival can get away with some punishable things. I'm not going to say get away because he can still be punished for them into knockdowns, but you're generally going to eat like a Far 5L into medium DP. You're not... It's not Catalina where you're eating 2M into EX thrust into hard knockdown. Slightly less risky. Instant overhead from 3 characters out apparently. All right, Zach with the stagger pressures finds the throw. Decent situation here for Zach. Another throw. Has install, has ball available. Whatever he wants to spend the meter on to try and get some chip.
I got really scared.
Yeah, Zach with the panic 2L pays off. Minus the counter hit right before a button comes out. Good choice by Zach though. He went with his fastest button that's also a low, right? Because 2M is going to cover a lot more space, but with it has the same priority as 2L while also having significantly slower startup. All right, just going to take the safe jump out of the hard knockdown. Still in the corner, though, trying to find his way out.
Nice.
Good patience, yeah. Kizzer didn't bite on the run-up fake out for the throw. Wow, big whiff punish with the sweep. There's the DP. All right, big block on the EX thrust. Some of the threats gone for a little bit, but the still there. Oh, that could have been a punish, but I think Zach missed a button that was supposed to go into EX DP.
Oh, God.
Didn't run up quite close enough. Didn't die for it, but this is still a pretty tough situation for Zach here. All this chip's starting to add up. You can see Zach has to start taking some risk with his special cancels here, letting GG rip in punishable spots to try to create some sort of advantage. And Kizzer just down backing. All right, time's starting to become a factor. We're getting towards 10 seconds here. There's the hurry up from the announcer.
Nice.
Great check on the run up. Still, Zach finds the grab. Another grab. I don't think another one will do it. Great late tech to mitigate the damage. Yeah. Right. Whip punish from Zach. Doesn't really get anything for it, but able to at least check the far 5H's. Oh, that's rough, but thankfully for Kizzer Crate doesn't fall into the 236L.
Finally.
Gonna be a punish. Yeah, Zach calls it out. Gonna burn the EX for the hard knockdown. GG's out, bonks him on the head.
Ow.
Great tech. And the whip punish. Ooh, that okay. Zach was able to wait out the DP, but he could have just done the explosion off of 236H and killed. That was a very risky dragon. That's why you'll see a lot of times, you'll see, you know, fairies will take the explosion in that situation to make sure that the character with the DP is not close enough to DP them. All right, found sweep, checking the way in. It is match point for both players here. Plus frames here. The light DP.
DP. Okay. Nice jump.
Oh no, counter
big.
hit. And the DP reaches. It's going to be a soft knockdown though, so he's not going to have enough time to... Ooh, trade on the clash. Both players going back to neutral. Definitely anyone's round right now. There's a big grab. Going to get the... Oh, he's going to take the stocks. Is he just going to take hard knockdown without the super? Yeah, going to hold on to the super. Went for another command grab, but the floaty jump... Zach not able to catch the punish on the way down. Finds a knockdown, trying to work out of the corner here. A lot of time left in the round. Full resources on both sides. GG gonna hold down the neutral for a little bit. All right, Zach being liberal with the specials here, trying to make something happen. Life lead is evened up. Very difficult to tell who actually has the lead, but he finds the counter hit into super, and
jeez.
Kizzer with the aggression at the end. That was a great change of pace by Kizzer right there. He played super, super lame for about 20 seconds and then just chose... And probably pretty importantly, he didn't do a button into EX low. He just went for the raw EX low and kind of caught Zach about to push a button and found the counter hit. So good stuff. Kids are going to be moving on to losers semis, but before that we are going to move on to the winners side. We're going to have our winners finals. It's going to be the winners finals that feels like it is almost every week at this point. Going to be Kilo coming up against Marvin Pie. These two go back and forth a lot. Kilo's been getting the better of it recently, but we can see Marvin has been coming more into his comfort zone on Fairy, trying to come up with answers to the grand matchup.
Yeah, and the big thing is that we have to see, like, there have been some sets where Marvin just kind of, you know, looks lost. Other times when he's locked in, like I said, he's committed to Fairy and all that, but when he's seen him lost, he may switch to Matera, so we'll see how locked in Marvin is. That's really the question right now. Yeah, the 2-1-4L round start from Gran is super, super strong. Okay. Oh, wow, that's huge because Marvin was getting close to the corner, but now it's pretty much out.
That's such a hard part for Fairy there. As you can see, like, she can change her jump angle in ways that can get around 2H, but not necessarily in ways that could attack. And the sweep did not hold long enough for GG to activate there. And this is where things start going downhill, right? It's just the choosing to run at Fairy. And, you know, it's all up to Marvin to stay in there mentally enough. Okay, I like that. Just sort of seeing the situation, maybe he had enough frames to convert. I'm actually very surprised that that Kilo wasn't mashing DP there. Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, it was too far to get really anything, but man, the fact that that jump M just beat whatever Fairy tried to hit is amazing. But yeah, I saw that. I learned that from Marvin. It's like trying to throw out 2H to beat the boot instead of just always trying to EX DP boot. Something that you can throw out to try and stop the boots. Because boot is very dangerous for Fairy. If like she has a 5M out, a 5H out, it just crushes it.
Yeah, and I think you kind of need more than one way. You can't rely on only one way to stop it because, like I mentioned before, you know, you're probably doing an easy input if you're DPing boot on reaction. And if you're doing an easy input EXDP, you're not going to have that for like 10 seconds. So the next... as Gran, if I see that, if I see you EXDP my boot, I'm waking up with EX boot. Like, let you figure it out with what tools you have available. Like that, you see that right there, the wake up boot. Finds the counter hit. Gonna confirm into super. All the timers are up for Gran here. This is really dangerous. Finds the 214L. Stopping time, looking to see if there's something he could DP. And there's the boot reaction to GG.
It's so hard to close out like that last quarter of Gran's life because like once he's close to you like that, yo, you see how much he's harassing with 214L, the 5Us. It's hard. Finally getting a punish on that.
Yeah, it's so scary because you mentioned the 5U, right? Like, in most matchups, especially against the big damage characters, a lot of it comes down to, like, I waited out their big damage EX starter, so now I just have to, you know, find my opportunity. 5U throws such a monkey wrench in that plan because it wall bounces on counter hit and will still lead to big damage even without EXs available. Oh, the boot.
So it's hard to press buttons as Fairy.
Great wait from Marvin. Yeah. Recognize that that spacing was not going to be a punish opportunity anyways.
Okay, you kind of missed the setup. He could meet E2L there. You have time for DP, yes.
And Marvin really likes using that install for that purpose, to just freeze the screen and see what the other character's doing and find out if he has an opportunity to DP something that's coming out. Perfect usage of it there. Marvin Pai going up 1-0. Keep in mind, this is a 3 out of 5, though, being winners finals. So,
you talk about in any game like that has a short install recovery that installs in any game. That's like such a universal thing you can do across all fighting games. Like if you have an install super, use that, you pop it, and you just assess the situation.
And especially
they do that a lot.
There's a reasonable amount of invuln frames on that install super. All right. Marvin backed off the cabinet. That can only mean one thing. This is not looking good for Marvin despite the 1-0 lead. He might be cracking. He might be having his crisis of what color to pick.
What color did he have? Was it the pink one?
I think it was the pink one,
yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's see. There's no way he switched, right? Come on. There's no way. Please tell... The amount of disappointment we'd have if he changed colors.
He told us he chose his main. Okay, all right. Oh, you know, he might have changed. He might have changed the song. Marvin does like being on player one side for song choice, so he may have actually just chosen the music.
We need to rock paper scissors for player one.
Yeah, that's gonna be the new. We're gonna have to pull out the Tekken strats of like RPS for theme song. I actually really like in Versus. I like how this game handles that, where both players get to mark themselves as yes, I do want to choose the stage and music, or no, I don't care. And if they choose yes, then it just rock paper scissors between the two, instead of being the first person to confirm their character gets to pick the way it would be in prior Arxis games.
But speaking of RPS, Kilo's been running to go. What?
Great dodge and the back throw for positioning. This is still going to be, I was about to say, this is still going to be nearly impossible for Marvin, but...
Yeah, Kilo ran the gambit round start and just had the Fairy in the corner.
Realistically, in that round, Kilo just DP'd until it worked.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Oh, yeah.
And
Had
he's
5
going
in,
straight to the cash out. Look at that. No super needed. 45% on the board. Didn't get his dash into the run, though. That's the scariest situation in the game. When you have corner control and you go to run up throw and you don't dash quite enough and you whiff the grab in their face.
Yeah, it's in like slow motion. Like, oh, shoot.
If you're lucky, they have the wrong reaction and they press grab and then you get a free punish. But if you're not and they just sweep you and jump over or whatever. Ooh, a little early on the spot dodge. Oh, that's going to be a punish and GG's put away.
It's huge and it's hard, like I said, but Marvin's really, really strong with install super, so yeah, one situation, one sweep could do it. We're gonna set it up. We're gonna set a ball.
Yeah, keeping Kilo out of DP range. That ball's gonna be there for a little bit, but Marvin does need to sort of make something happen with it still. Gets a bit of chip. That was expensive, but it did get him out of pressure momentarily. Great empty jump to not get hit by the 2H.
Oh, but he's in.
Trying to run away.
Able to jump out, but yeah, using EX whip right away.
And caught him jumping away with the micro dash 5M. Kilo putting game 2 on the board. Those are close rounds, though.
Yeah, that's something that, like, especially in scramble situations, that you see Fairies kind of do, and I think it's good for us to try to discipline out of it, is that the moment we get EX whip in a scramble situation, we're going to use it. But yeah, he was locked out of whip after that, and you see how important whip is to get that 2H confirmed. So to have whip available for quite some time.
Yeah, it's such a valuable huge knockdown off of an auto combo.
Right. Yeah, using that 2H, trying to get out the boot.
Marvin, living brave, challenged the run up with the 5L there after the boot that was minus but not punishable. No anti-air attempt. Marvin just trying to get out of the corner here. I actually really like the way Marvin is using his movement, like a lot of empty jumps and empty super jumps, to just get away from 2H and get out of the pressure.
Nice.
Nice. Great movement by Marvin, trying to stay as slippery as possible. I was going to say, you don't want to be in the corner, but because of that wall bounce on the super, I really like that Marvin backed up into the corner to have the super on top of him so that Kilo could not just run up. And GG with the anti-air.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's like he was really good at using the screen when that ball is out. He either stretches it out so you can't move back, or he used it there so he can get the wall bounce on the ball. But yeah, tough position already round start. These are round losers when you're like stuck in the corner, but fought his way out really, really valiantly.
Interesting, Kilo went with super jump backwards into boot. Like he was trying to just get out of Fairy's button range and then come right back in and hope to get a counter hit with the boot. Ooh, what?
Wow.
Oh no, that was a bad whip though. And
oh no, the Kilo.
He's dead. He's dead. That's the round.
Oh my god.
Yeah. there was no question about that. As soon as I saw the wall bounce, I was like, yeah, round over.
Oh yeah, no. And you know, Kilo is so aware is that he pretty much knows, like, okay, when I go for this reset, it'll probably kill. So it's well worth the risk.
I like the usage of the light DP out of Kilo there because it's going to be such a hard punish for Fairy even if she waits it out. Nice roll by Marvin, gets out of the corner.
Yeah. I don't think he wanted that, but...
Wow, frame traps with the second part of the light Rekka? Okay, Kilo.
I wouldn't have expected it either, but that puts Kilo in such a strong position.
Thankfully, that version of boot does not wall bounce on counter hit. And you can see, like, all Marvin was able to get on in terms of a DP punish is that far 5L into pretty much nothing. All right, Marvin trying to slow things down, but he has a lot of life he has to make up here. So there's a whole lot of time to do it. I like that. Explode for damage, keep Gran away from you, and that's going to get the anti-air. Ooh, I don't know about that. Okay, he's going to do this super for Oki.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, and he starts. Kilo got pushed back into it, and that ended up being a really clutch decision by Marvin. You know, he could have gone either way with his meter there. He could have done a super skybound to just cash out damage at the time and have Kilo put on a one-hit from death situation. Instead, he put out the orb and just tried to use that to lock down the screen and found the clutch 5H. Ooh. Wow. You know what? That seems wild, but that round start medium DP by Fairy is actually incredibly hard to punish.
Yeah. The big thing, we were seeing Marvin, like you talked about, is like he's really, really getting the flow chart down of like in neutral, once GG's out, what are the options the opponent has is working out, but there's not a lot of flow chart options here.
5L combos the EX Fireball from there? I'm actually tight. That's not a combo on other Shotos. Even against crouching.
It's not.
Jeez. Nice, another clutch. Yeah. And most importantly, he's doing a super jump before that air grab, which will turn around if Fairy goes over his head.
Right.
And this round is all Kilo right now.
It's pretty much over.
Yeah, last chance DP, but this...
No, it's DP. Doesn't have the meter yet.
I'm not doubting Marvin's ability, but yeah, you had brought it up that he didn't even have super available to use yet, so he couldn't install to see what was going on. That was just an insurmountable lead for Kilo. 2-2.
2-2.
Marvin taking a moment to think, coming back to the lobby. Let's see if we see any changes out of him. Again, he's been sticking it out with Fairy for the most part, and that was a pretty quick change. I don't know if that was fast enough to go to Matero. We'll see. Yeah, gonna stick with Fairy.
Yeah, and the big thing is I've seen, like, even though, like, yeah, it's 2-2, but Marvin is, like, more and more confident in that neutral. Like, he's sniping out some of those jumps, and he knows it can lead into the GG. That ball super situations, he's really extrapolated all those situations out so he can get the most, like 2H into whip. He's so confident in pressing that right now.
Yeah, I feel like these rounds have been sort of one-sided, maybe not in terms of health, but generally when Marvin wins, it's because he really showed that he predicted what Kilo was going to do correctly. And then when Kilo wins, it's mostly just him running in and catching the big hits. Big counter hit confirmed. That's going to be the round. Kilo moving a match point.
Yeah, it happens in a flurry. Like Marvin, like it's a little like that's the matchup is like it's a little bit slow burn. That's like the Fairy archetype. I mean, obviously you can like run a lot of offense with Fairy as well, but oh no. Yeah, this is how like a grand round starts. You're stuck like late teching here, trying to find a way out somehow. At least EX Fireball's out, and yeah, that's huge. And he's back in the corner, even though he got a hit.
What scares me right now is the last 3 rounds, how heavily Kilo has been showing run-up grab. Because right now our run-up... oh, no!
Oh, he missed! Huge opportunity! Oh, no! Yeah, I didn't know if he had time to spot dodge in time to get a proper punish, but at least Marvin is still alive somehow.
And it was able to combo from there? Oh, my goodness. Grand, and that was a very clutch confirm from Kilo, but that was like the exact height that would have worked at. That was very difficult conversion there.
And you can see why you can be so hesitant to anti-air, because sometimes that JH, if you time your 2H wrong, just crushes you. That's gonna put Kilo into grand finals where he usually finds himself. Yeah, but really, really close set. You could see, I know these two still play a lot afterwards, and like, you know, it's just like, you see, like, it's very, very close, but yeah, Kilo can just turn that on and the switch. Like, talk about him, he has like a switch that just turns on.
Yeah, it's kind of, that's one of the scariest parts is you don't know what type of pace you're going to see out of him when he decides, you know, even on a round-to-round basis and a game-to-game basis within the same set. All right, so up next, we're going to move down to loser semis. Going to be myself coming up against Kizercrate. More Percival versus Catalina action. Yes. I figured this is a matchup where, like, that's my biggest selling point for entering the tournament that I run, right? If you want to learn the Percival matchup or you want to learn the Catalina matchup, we got you. You will have that matchup ground into the fiber of your soul.
Especially if you play Percival or Catalina, because once again, you see how many times we run Catalina versus Percival, and you can definitely get players who are very, very versed in the matchup from both sides.
This is a matchup that very volatile on both sides. Percival, slightly better range and slightly better mix-up. Catalina is just a punish monster. If Percival does anything wrong in this matchup, she can capitalize on the mistake very well. Nice, good reaction to the fireball. That's what I'm talking about right there.
He uses reactions to get the EXDP and then stocked up, and now his neutral is much more rewarding. But big jump view.
Give me the bounce.
Yeah. Catalina privilege.
That's going to be very close. I think it's dead. I did the real input, so I should get full damage here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, yeah, he tried to
he knew what I was looking for.
Yeah, we talked about earlier that run-up sweep can give you a big punish if they stock up round start. And yeah, because of that, because they knew exactly what was going to happen. Oh, yeah, I didn't have Fireball. I think he wanted the EX Fireball.
Oh, God, I thought it was going to go behind him.
And again, Kizzer is really good at recognizing when jump you hits very, very early.
I got smoked that round. I did everything wrong that round. And Kizzer was ready at every time.
You can see that little mind game of each other, knowing each other's strategies, and that kind of tipped that round into Kizzer's favor. But a little bit more patient round start from both players this time. Because they're trying to find that spacing where you can safely stock or fireball up. The good spacing to do that. But still always risky with EX Struck available.
Yeah.
Wow, again. Yeah, big 2H. Talked about how Cat's 2H being pretty fast against both Jump U and a regular jump in from Percival. The mix-up isn't as strong as against other characters.
I messed up very badly. That was actually a straight-up punish that I could have had. Ooh, the JM cross-up.
Wow.
Kind of forgot about that button, honestly.
Using EX Fireball for hard knockdown. Wow. Stare down into a run-up grab for Callisto. No scare at all. Callisto has the corner with the small life lead. Trying to get hit, trying to fish for that EX. Yeah, great blocks from Callisto. We've seen EX Low blow up many people's dreams so far today. A lot of stagger pressure finally caught him pressing something. Callisto, very, very confident pressure to end up that first game.
And he blocked it out a lot. He had shown a willingness to block, and I was kind of scared of the DP, but I was like, you know what, he's been blocking. I wanted the actual corner carry on block, which was starting to become substantial. Ooh! Oh, it's too late on the punish, but he tried to stand up.
Oh yeah, defending well with the EX Fireball. Has a positioning advantage and a life lead.
Oh no, I was caught mashing.
Yeah. You do sometimes want to mash in between that string just because you don't want to let a regular one go.
We both went for the roll into mash 5L.
It's so risky to... Is that it?
Oh no, there was like another 2K left on that combo. That's a max damage punish.
And you know, that all started because you tried to grab Catalina, and what did she do? She jump U'd. Big jumping, but not quite a punish. Wow, stalking in front of his face. Gonna take his turn back.
Oh, I actually didn't think I would get through on the roll. I was just blocking the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's why sometimes you want to mash there. You're not letting the regular command dashers go.
I could have gotten that with punish. I was a little late.
Oh yeah, on the stock.
Ooh,
it can be very risky, but very rewarding like that once you have a stock. Big jump you. Try to challenge again.
That's fine. I didn't get counter
but not stock. Yeah. Okay, big throw. This could be a party starter. What a challenge for Kizzer.
Ooh, that was almost punishable.
Oh, he waited the perfect time. The anti-Catalina set play of 2M, 5H. Wait out the 2M. It's hard. It's hard to time that, but...
Yeah, didn't have a cancel.
Oh. Yeah, Kizzer is very, very aggressive sometimes on defense with run-out grabs.
Woo!
Oh, no.
I thought I was going to go far enough to get away with it, but not quite.
Wow.
I burned DX because I wanted the side switch there.
Wow. Big jump
Too
but not quite. Yeah, too high for a combo.
Oh my god!
What a whip punish. What is going on though?
I tried to dash and I got... Oh my god, what a challenge.
He's very, very challenging after every jump you, even the deeper ones. It's gonna spend the cash here. No animation, but gets a stock.
Yeah.
And
He tried to stock and do Oki, and just by design, those two things are kind of mutually exclusive there. So I went with a relatively low risk challenge of just buffering into EX Fireball for plus frames to try to buy some way out of the corner, but luckily for me, he ran into it, and that is going to be the set. GG's to Kizzer.
Jeez, but that's gonna put Callisto at his own tournament into top 3, into losers finals. He's gonna go up against Marvin Pie. This is somewhat of a classic as well. Marvin and Callisto has played well. Like Callisto has mentioned, kind of being the help that Marvin needed to learn the Catalina matchup.
That's probably my biggest regret in competitive Granblue is I taught Marvin how to beat me, and he listened to me, and now I can't beat him. You know what? It's one of those things like I feel good about because I feel like this is the first time I've understood a fighting game well since Street Fighter 4. This is the first time where I feel like I get the game and how it's supposed to be played. So when I give advice on how to fight me, I think that advice is usually good if the person's willing to take it. And Marvin took it, and now I can't beat him, and it sucks.
But this is the last chance.
Yeah, no.
Can you get the power up for Season 1 Cat?
I'm feeling pretty good today, so we'll see how this goes. He's beaten me up the last few times, like not close. But when we play in casuals, we typically have very close sets in lobby, so we'll see. Hopefully I can kind of harness that power today instead.
I mean, what Marvin has also harnessed is the fact that he said that he's settled on a color, so we'll see if that comes to the fight.
I tried to micro walk. It'll block.
Delay 5M block string into like an EX whip catches a lot of people because you want to thrust, you want to move forward. And
thrust? That's going to be a combo.
I think if it was medium DP, it would have definitely comboed. I think he fumbled it a little there. But yeah, we're harassing with 5H. Not afraid, hasn't been afraid of the 2M.
Yeah, this round is all. I think I'm dead actually. He should be able to get
2M and Peppo, Yeah, that's the big thing that Marvin has been really like sharpened up on, is that the situations where you put medium GG behind you, he's been really good at sniping you out of the air since you want to get out of that situation, or like keeping a block string to put you in GG, like right there. Yep, he's playing really patient, doesn't want to get 2M or thrusted because he's definitely close to the corner. Oh no! Okay.
I should have let it rip after the first dodge.
Oh no! He wanted close M, didn't get it, and now that's huge. And this is where it's tough for Fairy, right? You have a sweep that's really good at Aberrate once they're spaced out, but yeah, that's big. You've seen me try to deal with that.
Yeah, he just kind of cracked. You saw he got caught not counter hit but crouching, which probably means he tried to jump out of the pressure there expecting a throw.
Yeah, it's tough. In that situation, you have a lot of life to make up. You have to find a way out of the corner. Yeah. Still not afraid to press the buttons. A lot of these buttons could get sniped by 2M,
that's
but
great
you have to have the right timing.
That's a really important setup for Fairy, is the spot dodge on the 5H into the 2M, because if they try to roll after the spot dodge 5H, predicting something, then you get a free punish with 2M and the EX whip.
Yeah, basically 2 for flinching. Yeah, flinching a lot. It's hard to really figure out what Fairy's gonna do and cancel into, and that's like the game. That's the game against Fairy. Oh, especially with Cat.
Oh my god.
Oh man, he is getting harassed, and yeah, big punish.
Sometimes literally everything you do gets counter hit.
Yeah, this is tough. A lot of chip, and now chip territory. 1 EX whip, it's out, and
I like the choice of the light GG there, which kind of cut off my approach. If he would have done medium, I would have rolled under it, and he would have still been slightly at an advantage, but I would have been in a range where if he made a mistake, like a bad cancel into whip, and I rolled it, he was dead. So very, very heads-up choice on the strength of special move there from Marvin.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is that Marvin has really hunkered down on, after GG's out, what are the options that the player can do, and let's just mitigate them every time.
Oh, yep. It's the Fairy special, punishing you for attempting to challenge her in the air.
Okay, but Marvin is close to the corner. Okay, the real back.
Yeah, trying to get away too much.
But he is out.
How did that not catch pre-jump? Oh, and I missed my roll. This is bad. Great conversion into the sweep.
It's a really good choice, too, to get that. And big chip as well. cut down the life lead significantly from Marvin. He has the positional advantage, but it's scary because 2M is a factor from Catalina. One of his buttons could just get crushed. So he's playing this very patiently. He still has life to time.
Let me move.
Yep. And that's the frustrating. You hear it from Callisto, but that's what's frustrating about Fairy. She's not gonna let you move willy-nilly. You gotta hold this.
Building more meter
chip,
up.
and now
I didn't want that jump. That was very scary.
Ooh. Marvin's giving the space. He knows, like, if he throws out that 5H, that 2M, he could get poked out with the 2M from Catalina. It's a little risky. So trying to run out, get into
nice
space.
2M.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What a challenge.
And what I'm trying to do here with these run-ups is, like, as Catalina, I can't whiff punish Fairy. I have to counter hit her, right? So I'm trying to get him to flinch and commit to the 2M by doing my own run-up 2M at a space where my 2M will still whiff to be safe. But if he flinches and does his own 2M to stop the approach, I can counter hit him. Oh, you fucked up. A little too far.
Oh.
It's alright, we're in there.
Yeah, tough situation for Fairy. What a mash. Marvin is very, very good on defense with the fuzzy mash. You can't really empty jump against him.
Oh, that's a free punish. Even if I would have gotten my spot dodge there, that would have been a free punish. So situation's a little more scrambly here.
Wow! What a brave, brave run-up grab from Callisto, and he earned him the corner.
Great spot dodge.
Yeah, what a mash.
Okay, still trying to find my way out. Have timers.
And as this install is going on, he didn't have GG available, so that's huge. Oh!
Wow. God. That's actually one of the side effects of the 5L nerfs in the last big patch is that it's actually much harder for Catalina to punish spot dodges up close because it used to sort of time out in the way of, like, if you just mashed 5L, the way it would line up is that your 5L would eventually come out on the recovery frames and you'd get a free punish. They added like just 2 extra recovery frames to her 5L and it makes it not line up with you know, the normal punish for a spot dodge. Great challenge.
Yeah, Marvin's been really, really great with challenging.
Yeah, and you waited for me to jump. I can't. This is what I was talking about it being an even matchup that's easier for some characters. Like, he's refusing to do punishable things, and I cannot find an in because he's choosing to not give me one.
Yeah, challenging with that 5M again. He's been really, really solid on defense, Marvin is. And yeah, this is pretty much unwinnable situation. And Marvin's on match point. Like you said, he's been really, really in control in these sets between these two. Oh, sweet round
and that's
start.
like, I don't know what I do. I can't even throw a fireball. I can't.
Ooh. Big jump you.
I missed my DP, which doesn't give me my knockdown. That actually really sucks.
Yeah. Still nursing a life lead. Yeah, he has to throw GG and try to get like positioning advantage off this life lead.
Oh, too many active frames.
Rough. Now this is a big, big problem. Trying to get out of this corner, and the big problem is that Marvin pretty much has super available or Skybound available.
God, I'm wrong. So if he does spot dodge, that's an opportunity for me to get out with thrust, but you just have to be right about that. I panicked. All right, GG's to Marvin. So ends my opportunity to ever win my own tournament after my character probably gets destroyed next week. It was a nice run all. I appreciate the support. But unfortunately, we weren't able to pull it off here. I'll see you guys next week with the shell of Catalina looking like the mom from Full Metal Alchemist, just like, kill me!
We'll see how that patch goes, but... And the finale of Season 1 SSSO, we're going to have Kilo on the winner's side versus Marvin Pai, and it really has been... You know, these two, as of late, the past couple months, you know, these two here, I mean, we obviously have other strong players that just don't get to enter as much. Tibola comes to mind. But yeah, these two are probably...
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this week a lot of the week to week comes down to like who can take them out if they don't run into each other, and it's definitely been done. Like there's
of course,
the gap between our players is not so significant that anyone cannot take games off of and beat anyone, but these two consistently are rising above the others.
And that's the key word, is consistency, and you see it not only in this tournament series but in other exhibition and tournament series, and they're grinders. I see them on a lot, and so that's where it comes down to. And Marvin has to come from losers, but he had a really, really close winners final set, excuse me. And yeah, but here's the story, is that you're in the corner against Gran. How do you get out? How do you not get counter hit? That's one way. Very, very brave challenge, and I really like that side switch. Had the knockdown, just drilled to the other side and still had pressure. Yeah, far 5M anti-airs are super important as well, knowing what spacing that's going to be at, but you're going to the corner. Uh-oh.
This is a scary situation with Kilo having games to burn with the winner side advantage, because he can spend a game or two just going max aggression and, you know, trying to close things out quickly, and if it doesn't work, he has some games to fall back on. Didn't get a combo off the... Yeah, that was...
That would have been huge. That would have been a mix-up for the game, basically. And now he has to work in this neutral again. Boot is a big... And yeah, I really like that just because 5U is active, right? If he's close to it, he's going to throw that out. So you need to control the neutral right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Marvin had to be careful, though, because he ran ahead of the orb slightly at first. Oh, there's the anti-air, and...
Great anti-air, yeah.
That's so hard. You can see the... I need the whiteboard. I got to get a whiteboard on OBS to draw the, like, Madden arrows of the space that... There was the arcing air coverage while also covering the forward movement, and it left Kilo with very little choice other than the block. You can still see the empty jump attempts by Marvin. Like, yeah, he got hit there, but he didn't get counter hit air to air, which is a huge difference. If you get counter hit air to air near the corner by a Shoto, you just lost 5K minimum. But eating a normal hit is not so bad.
And you see the hesitancy from Marvin to anti-air that jump H, because when he lost in Winners Finals, he got crushed with that jump H in the corner. This is huge. He needs a knockdown.
Dials out the Super Sky. This is going to limit his options for the rest of the round, but this is also a solid 45% in one chunk. So
yeah, because he still has time to play neutral. He has 66 seconds on the clock. That's a huge amount of time.
I just want to point out that the music. Oh, he got the unblockable. Wow, it works out. I thought the 214H decision was maybe a little bit questionable there in terms of like what value he could get out of knockdowns, but he found the correct combination of GG and whip afterwards to just cut off Kilo's approach. Game 1 going to Marvin. 2 more needed to reset.
Yeah, and you see, like, obviously, you know, we talk about him having a switch, but like you were talking about, he's playing very, very aggressive, but not as patient as you would imagine. He got caught with a lot of things trying to move forward.
Yeah, both of those rounds that he lost was basically trying to challenge his way out of a checkmate situation.
Yeah. But he's bulldogging his way again. Oh, man, and that's what you get.
What? Okay.
He didn't turn around.
Yeah, I've actually never seen that out of Granblue. Gran usually does the opposite, where if anything, his moves just keep you from wall bouncing when you're just supposed to, so he stays in the corner.
Buff Gran?
Apparently. Let's give this man some love in the patch.
I think we just willed that to existence, oh man. I mean, it was already.
Yeah, now he's gonna. It's gonna be like Ruby 5V, where like he spins his sword on both sides when he does 5M, so it just hits regardless of if he turns around.
Yeah, he's still bulldogging his way in, not afraid. Very, very persistent. He's playing right now. Is Kilo. Wow, sweep, crushing the fairy sweep. And yeah, it's a tough situation. You see how he uses 214L, and yeah, the way Marvin thought he might DP to retake his turn, but no dice. Kilo got away with an EX boot that was negative, still controlled the corner, and yeah, that was a quick game 1. That's how Kilo round and Gran in general in these matches go. Most of the rounds you see are going to be a slobber knocker in the corner by Gran. Those wins. Okay, use EX whip. He could have got a light whip instead because he was crouching, but EX whip regardless gave him a knockdown. Big counter at 2H. Wow, that was a brave DP because he was going to be caught in the DP.
That DP would have been nearly unpunishable at that range. Like Marvin
he was on top of GG, so he was actually going to fall into it.
Oh no!
Oh, Oh, he tried to go for the Kilo special. He tried to do it again.
I want to point out the awareness on Marvin's side that he basically mashed during a combo, expecting something like that reset to come, and Marvin able to close the round out. That was such a clutch challenge.
That was so clutch because actually, if he gets hit by a reset, he could have just died.
If that reset was run up overhead and he baited, he's dead.
Yeah, like I said before, his 2H has been really, really confident, using that 2H to beat out the boot. But Kilo with a nice roll. Yeah. Marvin.
Oh, that's a punish. Yeah, too close on the 2H. Great punish.
Yeah, he's been catching those jumps really, really well today.
That should be game 3.
2H Beppo. Not even.
Marvin working his way towards the reset. Again, though, I mean, you can see Kilo's been going in, right? And this could all be the big setup, is, you know, showing this aggression and having Marvin... Marvin right now is playing... This is like the speed bus, right? He's playing it at 90 miles an hour, trying to keep up with all the potential decisions from Gran. And this, you just keep throwing more at him, and it's hard to do that for several games in a row. It's hard to keep up with that style of play.
Right? Great. And we talk about risk reward, like, yeah, 2H is there, but if you mistime that 2H, you're getting booted.
Then the sweep, low profiling. We had seen that before with Jita, who has basically the same sweep, but she's able to low profile most of Fairy's standing attacks.
Clutch EXTP gets Marvin a little bit spaced out of the corner, but Kilo's never seen that life lead. Great challenge.
I'm actually surprised that Kilo didn't go for the DP there, just because at that spacing it looked like boot was punishable, but it could have gone either way. There's the wake up boot. That's so scary. And
you know, to your point, he hasn't really, on negative frames, hasn't really DP'd a lot. Again, same situation.
Oh, this is going to give the Oki.
Super Skybound, I don't think is able to combo from that situation.
Yeah, it may have been too high. I'm actually not sure how that would have worked. This is so scary for Marvin, though. That was such a big empty jump to not get counter hit air to air there. And he's still alive because he wasn't put into a float state. Trying to find some space here. A lot of resources on both sides. Nice roll through. Too far to punish. Get a little bit of chip.
Such a scary situation.
He ran under the challenge, but he got out of the corner. Wow, what a tech.
Woo!
Marvin 1 round away from the reset. Playing so well right now.
Yeah, and Marvin has just been really getting the GG the challenges with 5M, and then the GG situations he's been winning every single time in neutral. Kilo has been very persistent on the air, and it just Marvin's been scoping it out. It's the boot challenge, and Kilo hasn't DP'd on negative frames at all this set.
Goes to the instant overhead. Yeah, gets the side switch. This is going to be a big chunk of damage. Mashing out the super.
EX 2-1-4H. Yep, combo limit.
Nothing available to combo in 2, but still, the 2M whittles down a little bit of Gran's remaining health. Oh my god, that is so scary.
Oh my god.
Oh, he held forward. No. Big counter hit.
Counter hit.
She's alive.
Right? Yeah, right. She is, right? There's no way, right? There's no way. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Okay.
Pretty even health, but yeah, 2L staggers, and that was very close to the tip of that 2L range. Kilo trying to hold off this reset and even up the game. Oh no, great block!
Yeah, great block.
That was actually very fortunate at the specific height that clashed at. Fairy was able to get to the ground and not get punished on landing. This is going to hurt though. Look at the damage!
It's looking like a grand round. What a challenge again. Marvin has been so money,
but my god, I thought he was going to get that run up. This is so scary for Marvin right now. And he went for the sweep right when Kilo jumped, and Kilo posting up a second win, 2-2, trying to hold off this reset and take it in winners.
Yeah, he really had to clutch that out. That first round where he was down, he really had to make something happen in this Kilo now. Both players, is it going to be the reset, or we're going to see Kilo take grand finals?
Nice.
Oh yeah,
waited out the 2H and then punished it.
Yeah. Big damage getting hit with 236M.
DP'd Gran out. I was a little worried about that decision to not take the explosion to drag Gran in, but went ahead and went for the DP ender instead of push him back out. I think with this amount of life, you don't want Gran. Oh, I like this. Like, this takes away his ability to keep charging 5U. What a challenge!
Wow!
And the explosion, not quite enough, but Marvin looking pretty good here. There's the anti-air.
Yeah. Like I say, he's been so money. When GG is either directly in front of or behind of Gran, he's been money that he knew Kilo is going to keep jumping, try to get out that situation. Bring him in again. Oh no, he missed the sweep.
Oh, guard button.
But doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. There's such a strong setup, and Marvin has such a good positioning, but one EX boot, one boot could take it. That's why Kilo is playing a little bit more passive now.
And you can see Marvin playing to some extent passive too, right? He's not buffering out of his pokes. He's just kind of putting them out to control space. This is a good situation. That's it. That's the reset. Marvin takes it with the perfect.
Marvin pie. And you know, like I said, you see every time GG's out, he's been sniping out the jump, right? He knows that Kilo has been very, very impatient. He's been sniping with 2H that gives into big damage. You know, he's gotten a lot of whips as well. When you hit with 236M whip, that's a huge damage. So the GG situations has turned into Marvin's favor, and that's the big thing. And like you said, you've mentioned before earlier too, he's been making really great decisions with his meter. He's been using ball super a lot, and he's been just mitigating what Gran can do. Not even going for fancy install super mix-ups. He's just been using the ball, control the neutral.
And another big anti-air. And Marvin just walking, just claiming his space.
Ooh. Right.
That JH, though, for Gran has been putting in work for Kilo so far today. This is scary.
Okay, whip is out. This is an opportunity for...
Oh no, he's fallen for that a few times, right? That delay cancel into the second part of the Rekka. Good block on the overhead, didn't bite.
Yeah, and Marvin, we said that he's been challenging really well out of the corner, and he's out.
And his defense has just been on point. Like, this is... It's not just about the individual defensive interactions. It's the fact that he's been able to do it for 5 games now. You know, he's been able to keep it going, so... That's going to be the round.
Again, the explosion. No. Oh, no. He let go of GG a little bit too early, I believe.
And again, no counter hit because he doesn't...
Oh. Great blocking from Marvin. Great late tech.
Wow. Great patience from Kilo.
Yeah.
Notice that Marvin walked up before that TP, and Kilo didn't flinch. He just held down back. That could have been a throw that would have sealed the round, but he just... believed in the ability to late tech, and there's the challenge on minus frames.
First one in this grand finals.
Yeah, but I mean, I like that. Why establish all of your cards in the reset if you have the winner's advantage, right?
True. Oh, the jump H. Great arc from Kilo.
Oh, that was a very weird situation when they landed. That's punish. Yeah. Oh, no, but Marvin was late. That was definitely a punishable spacing. Oh, no. Bit on the throw. I really like that punish straight into Super, too, because it saved his EX Fireball. He would have had plus frames available, but didn't even need them. Kilo finds the grab, closes out game 1 of the reset.
And you see, like, the moment you hesitate in anti-airing Gran, that's when you get jumped in on. Yeah, there it is.
Kilo just trying to scoot out of range. Like, he has his specific range that he wants to approach from, and he's been focusing on getting back to that spacing and maybe taking a little bit of damage in the process. But, I mean, if you're Gran, as long as you're alive, you know, the round is always basically 2 hits away. Right. Or, and right now, 1 hit.
Yeah, definitely 1 hit, yeah. Has all his specials available. He's, Marvin's going to have to block for quite some time, but, yeah, if you're not blocking for quite some time, you're going to get counter hit confirmed from sweep, from 2M, whatever it is. Kilo is on his steamroll like that.
And throws in the corner, right? They're very risky on if the opponent is going to make the read to just hold up forward and probably punish you for the throw and put you in the corner. But the knockdown and the damage from them, that's not even the real reward. It's the fact that they buy so much time for your timers to come back. And when you're a character like the Shotos, who just thrive off of EXs, just buying that time. Even if they late tech the throw, you just restored like 30% of one of your special moves. All right, Kilo with the slow approach, runs into the whip though. No anti-air. Marvin tried to bail out.
Yeah, It's the first time.
Oh, that was a scary roll.
Oh, yeah. And you see Marvin's been challenging really well. Okay, just gonna pop. He needs some space. But it's still scary. He's in that range where boot could be a problem. Great confirm.
Good safe pressure using the GG and the reverse beat to just push Gran out on block.
Yeah, there's no whip available for Marvin for a little bit.
Big anti-air. Oh, but the whip timer was down, so he wasn't able to find a combo. Still, though, getting around.
Yeah, and that's when you actually risk jumps more, is that because you know it's not going to go into whip, into a setup, and or more damage.
Yeah,
so
and there's very specific heights that they can combo into like 214L or 214H. Ooh. And the pickup.
Oh, he gets a confirm. Okay. That was a little high, but Kilo wasn't ready. Oh, because he didn't have DP. That was smart, actually.
Ooh, that was scary. I tensed up when that clashed. I think it. Oh,
wow, no. He just ran all the way in. He got the
wall. Gran, please. And we had talked about the strength of these empty jumps that Marvin's been employing to specifically not get counter hit. And you're rolling the dice on whether or not you can get out of the corner, but as long as you don't get counter hit, you live to fight another day. And we saw what happened. If Gran was a pixel further backwards and didn't get that weird side switch, Fairy died. Oh, and there's, speaking of Fairy dying.
Yeah. Very close M is such a strong anti-air tool, but if it clashes with Gran, the Clash King, unfortunately, you're a little cooked.
Yeah, Gran's JL is one of the best clash options if available. If he's airborne, it's just fast, it covers a ton of space, and most characters aren't going to have an option to especially Fairy with the slower DP. I don't think she can even DP to anti-air it. A lot of characters with 7-frame EX DPs, they can see the clash, and if they didn't buffer something, they can like EX DP it, but I don't think Fairy can. Buff Fairy.
Yeah, Kilo already has this 5U charged pretty well. Using that 214L again. Once you're in that range, it's hard. And okay, surprised didn't get the wall bounce, but
the jump man
putting a lot of pressure. Oh yeah, need that EXTP to get out, and we're back at neutral. Marvin does have Skybound available. Let's see how he elects to use it. Slowly whittling away with solid anti-airs with 5M. Yeah, and Kilo changing his jump arcs, using different from normal jump, from super jumps. Switch it up a little.
Yeah, Marvin, with the amount of health left, we should be seeing an orb. Yeah, as I say, orb or install are going to be coming out pretty soon. And he went for the super. Bad. That's going to recover, though, in time, though. Marvin, yeah, backing up into the orb. I really like that.
Yeah. Once again, he really uses the screen to his advantage when orb is out. But, yeah, he didn't want to challenge with the anti-air 5M again. He's scared of that clash, but a challenge with the close 5L. Marvin.
Good defense by Marvin. Yeah, he had a couple opportunities where he could have EXCP'd maybe to shut down Kilo, but that's a pretty big risk, and he just decided to try and block his way out.
Oh, Kilo's getting that mode again where he's just, we're gonna keep jumping. Ooh!
Nice. A little bit of damage on the punish. I like this from Marvin. There's no DP, so he's going in.
Yeah. Yeah,
that should be a combo.
And he knows that Kilo wants to take advantage of his timers being out. He wants to get like a knockdown or something to let that timers heal up. But yeah, Marvin putting himself on the board in the reset.
And that's why it's so important to not only keep an eye on your timers, but when we talk about situational awareness in Granblue, it is incredibly important to know what timers the opponent has up, because that can change your ability to approach. If they don't have their DP, go ham. Like, what are they going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I like the light GG there. It's just going to protect himself for a little bit. EX Whip is not available.
All right, just checking with the 5L. Yeah. There's the counter hit, air to air. Oh my god. A little too high for the 5U. All right, Marvin just choosing a block. Doesn't get counter hit. Great side switch. That was a good block by Marvin, but it was a very heads-up situational side switch by Kilo there, trying to maintain the corner positioning. Runs into a button, though, and reverse beat's going to allow the combo. Oh, wow. Fell away from GG. That was so scary.
Like, if he let go of GG a little bit earlier, he could have caught him in, but still has a life lead. But That might not matter against Gran. He at least has positional advantage.
Good choice, the jump back JM, and GG holding down the block so Kilo can't run forward. Oh no, that was, oh my
Definitely
god.
a mistake, but didn't get the wall bounce.
What
a challenge!
I cannot believe that didn't bounce. I don't know if I've ever seen Boo not bounce from that range.
I think we both assumed it was wall bouncing. He was dead.
I thought Marvin was actually dead there. Punish, yep.
Oh, we tried to go for the second. That's the first time Marvin's blocked that, but didn't get the GG. That's huge. And the side switch, that's huge actually for positional advantaging the XDP, but now he has no XDP.
That missed input on the GG was rough for a couple reasons because he chose GG over roll. He could have had a guaranteed side switch out of the corner if he just went for the roll and did a meaty, but he chose GG for Oki instead, and that not coming out meant that he neither got out of the corner nor got Oki.
Yeah.
There's the counter hit.
And counter hit to M.
Tournament point for Kilo.
Yes, but Marvin has shown a lot of fight these past couple of sets.
Yeah, this actually looks very different than the last couple grand finals that we've seen between these two. Marvin is showing significantly more pushback against Kilo's pressure. Ooh.
Oh no! Yeah, it caught jump M. That
nice
jump
punish
you
on the throw.
Oh yeah, side switch. I really like that evasion from Marvin. He's playing real heads up Granblue right now.
All right, frame trapped again.
Counter hit boot. This is huge.
Good patience by Marvin.
Great patience from Marvin.
And there's the anti-air. That's clutch.
There.
All right, using the whip just to chase away. Big challenge.
What a challenge again, but didn't get the last part of his auto combo.
Ooh.
Again.
Okay.
Okay, using 214H. Gonna set up the ball. And like I said, he's been really good with that.
And ran into it. And Marvin's staying alive.
His situational awareness after ball has improved tenfold, and you can see once that ball is out, he knows the exact situation. Okay, if you're gonna move forward, I'm gonna EA swip. If you're gonna jump, I'm gonna do this.
And we had spoken before about the changes he made in his GG pressure, and it's very similar. What he changed about how he uses GG Oki is instead of running in and running a mix-up, he backs up and he waits to see what you do. If you block, he runs in, takes his chip with 5U, gets a meter. If you jump, he 2Hs. If you move forward, he 2Ms. And he's just waiting. Instead of trying to push the mix-up and be in DP range, he's just waiting to see what they do. I didn't know
final battle.
I can't believe
Season 1 SSO.
I didn't know that 2H into maybe that was medium whip, that's why it didn't combo. Ooh, JH.
Oh, 2H doesn't, 2H into whip doesn't combo.
There's the
2H into GG's gonna fall into it.
Run
He's been really calling out Kilo.
And Marvin's just swinging out. He has the corner advantage. He can survive a couple of hits here. Emphasis on a couple.
Ball again. Oh man, layers upon layers, and Marvin is on match point for the last Season 1 SSSO. We'll see what Kilo's response is. The response is boot. A great counter confirm off 2M as well.
Good patience, not following. Ooh. Big whiff, but you know what? He was late on the reaction, but he made the right reaction at least.
Oh man. He's whiffing on the again challenges, and I love that. I love that every time.
He doesn't go for the Oki. Great patience by Marvin, and that was actually a very.
He didn't have a whip.
Yeah, I don't know about that DP from Kilo because Marvin, if he challenged, could not have done anything significant, and also Fairy has a 6 frame. She can't straight up punish 5U no matter how badly it's spaced.
Yeah.
So there's like not a whole lot of reason for Fairy to even challenge after it. All right, this round could go either direction. Nice jump back air to air.
Jump back he's getting caught. That jump back M has been caught by jump U a couple times, but he's still confidently using it. I like it. And trying to use 236M.
At that spacing, if you get counter hit by JU, you're not going to get comboed for it. But most importantly, every bit of life that you take off of Gran right now matters.
Yes. And now has a great positional advantage, but Kilo has 5U stocked up and ready to go. We'll see how he uses it.
And you can see Kilo doing the calculus, trying to find the angle of approach here. Oh, that could have been a punish. Marvin just lets the install rip, waiting to see if Kilo was jumping. That's a punish. Oh my God, he was too slow. Oh, he was just too slow on the 5L challenge. And, I mean, Kilo, in that situation, you're probably going to be punished anyway, so why not?
Yes, yes. Last game, last round between these two. It's been a classic. Using that 2H to try to beat out that boot. Kilo's trying to find the angle in which the jump will work in. He only needs one knockdown situation to really make this happen. Marvin's not afraid to just spend 2H, 2H, 2H. But now he's close to the corner.
Kilo using the guard button, trying to fake Marvin out with the animation.
You can definitely flinch, make you flinch sometimes. Ooh, yeah,
big counter hit and combos.
But he's out of the corner now.
I like that. Yeah, just takes the jump into the side switch. This is not looking good for Marvin.
The jump H beats it out again. This is hard. Kilo basically has all his life left. What a roll! 2-4L. This is chip territory.
And the boot with
what else would take Season 1 SSSO, the last Season 1 before the patch? Kilo is going to take it, but a great grand finals between Kilo and Marvin Pai, who have been in grand finals multiple times.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely one of the strongest sets we've been between the two, seen between the two. So many adjustments, so much pushback. You know, there's just great play by both players. That I'm glad we got to show this. I hope everyone tuning in enjoyed that grand finals, because that's actually one of the better sets we've had to demonstrate the level that Chicago and that the Midwest is currently playing at, which I feel is high compared to a lot of other regions. So,
and if you've been watching week in, week out, even though these two players have been the players most consistently in grand finals, you see maybe a month ago, their play is drastically actually different. Like we talked about Kilo's a couple weeks ago, his offense changed. Now Marvin's offense changed, and his situations in neutral has changed. And man, what a great way to end before the patch.
All right, and with that, if you guys did like what you saw and you want to give Kilo a little bit of a bump, you can hit up the Matcherino at matcherino.com/T/SSSO091920 GBVS. You can also use that string as a 50 cent, not a 50%, that'd be sick. 50-cent coupon code to no cost to yourself, but you can also feel free to chip in a couple bucks or hit up the marketplace options there. If you want to support the tournament directly, you can hit up teespring.com/the-waifu-dome. Pick up some merch with the official art by Quasimodo X. And if you want to keep up to date with what's going on with the tournaments, hit us up on social media. You can find it at the Waifu Dome. We'll have announcements there on when we're running, what games we're running, and whatnot. If you want some pretty sick, drunk Naruto shitposts, you can hit me up at BG Callisto as well. Other than that, that's all we're going to have today. Thanks again to Zach for helping me hold stuff down on commentary. Anything you want to say before we get out?
No, I'm just excited for next week. Like, obviously, it's going to be a new era, and everybody's going to be on equal playing ground once again. But, you got to think that these players, you've seen the adjustments they make week in, week out, especially Kilo, Marvin Pai, they're still going to be strong, even if their characters get nerfed. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to potentially have a whole new game. Maybe there's new routes, maybe there's new things to learn for your characters. Maybe the tiers get shaken up. We'll have a lot of, fun action next week as everyone tries to figure out the beginning of the patch and see where we're at. So that is going to be all we have today. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
Peace and love.